All right, y'all. It's your brother Marcus on the all-new Praise 107.9, Philadelphia's inspiration station. Guess what, America? Guess who I have in the building with me? Mr. Earnest, Pugh. What's going on, man?
Man, it's cold here.
That's right. It's ice frigid.
You know, I came up from Houston, so I had to kind of adjust.
Man.
Put on some more gear, some more levels when I got here.
I know that's right, man. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
Philadelphia loves you. You know what I mean? And
Yes, sir.
it's a pleasure, like I said, to have you here.
Good
The
to be
last time
here.
I saw you was a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because your schedule is so crazy, and you were at one of our expos.
Yeah.
And as always, people loved you then. What have you been up to since last year?
Man, what haven't I been up to is more like it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm working on, of course, new music with the album is due second quarter of this year called Fully Persuaded. So I've been working on that, been writing, been arranging and things of that nature. I consult with a church now in Richmond, Virginia, working on a book, working on a radio broadcast that I'm going to be doing out of my
Everything.
hometown. So it's been a lot.
Wait, hold on a second. You going to take my job now? You going to do radio?
Well, no, I can't do it like you now. They just gave me a 30-minute little show. So.
Hey, listen, I'm going to start singing then.
Look, we can switch up.
Now, speaking of singing,
Yeah.
you have a lot of octaves, a lot of ranges.
So they say.
How many ranges are there?
Well,
In general.
they say that I have a 5-octave range. They made that declaration when I was in my early 30s. I'm 50 now, so those 5 octaves may be more like 2.5, 3. But
Oh, wow.
I mean, I get it done. They say when you can go real low, which into your bass or baritone, and then you can go up high, which in my falsetto that I can do that. But yeah, it depends. Sinuses, weather changes. It just depends how much sleep I had. You know.
Oh my goodness! I've heard you hit like your falsetto.
Yes, sir.
Crazy. You
got a good day.
I'm telling you, man. But you know what's really interesting about you? When I came to a concert maybe about 2.5, 3 years ago, you were out here in Philadelphia, and I can say one thing about how your heart is towards people that you know. You came out to Philly. Somebody was doing something. It was a woman that you haven't seen in years, and you came down. You didn't ask for anything, no money. You came out here and you did the
That way.
performance. Yeah, and I was like blown away. Now the
Yeah.
thing is, my daughter Kennedy, she was here with me.
Wow.
And my daughter's kind of rough, you know. I'll say, yes, she's kind of rough. And when she heard you sing, she broke down and cried
Praise
and
God.
laid in my lap.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, he got through to her.
Wow.
Powerful.
Praise God.
You know, and of course, you know, your octave ranges and everything, of course, you know what that did. But I just want to say thank you for, you know, being a man of your word and not forgetting people.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
know?
Without them, I mean, we wouldn't have a ministry.
Well, that's
You
true.
know,
That's
yes.
true. Now, tell me about your, what is one of your favorite records?
The Rain on Us record happened at a time when this country was going through an economic downturn. And I remember talking with Keith and my team, and I was like, what do we do? I wanted to release this song called Bless His Name because it's a vibe to it that's crazy. It's upbeat. And my team was like, I'm telling you, man, with where we are with the economy and everything, that song Rain on Us is going to resonate. And I didn't want to do a slow song, but when we put it out there, it was a testament that the Lord really does speak through his music to the people. He says in his word, you know, if you just ask for the rain. And so as we began to ask for the rain, people all over the world. And this was a pre-recorded song, so I was really doing like a remake of it. But when I tell you they gravitated to it like it had just been heard, and it caused us to go all over this world. So that whole record, though, there were about 6 singles on that record. But, you know, the label I was with was like, no, we're going to stay on this record until it just, you know, we're going to drive it to the doors. So I was not able to. But that record, when I'm going through my darkest moments, I can put that record, and there's something on that record that will always speak to my current reality. So I'd have to say The Rain on Us live.
Yeah, that, man, let me tell you. Whew, make me want to sing, and I can't sing, man.
Yeah,
I be
I
trying.
bet.
We should do a record together.
Let's do it.
I don't want to mess up your career.
Listen, there's already a BB and C sit, so we'd have to be, what, a DD and an EE?
Something like that. So now, what was the traveling, in your travels and your touring, what has been one of the places that you say, I love this place. I'd love to come back to it again.
Oh, my God. It would have to be Italy. I went to Italy.
Oh, wow.
And each night it was crazy to me because these people did not understand English, but they understood, they could just sense the spirit of what you were doing. So they would be weeping, they would be crying. And I got done one night, and the young lady, on the promoters team, she said, you know, they don't understand a word that you're saying. But they can feel the essence of what the message that you're conveying. That blew me away. And we did a 90-minute set. And after we would get done, that's an hour and a half of just nonstop singing. They would be like, bring him back.
Wow.
Now, get this. I'm thinking, oh, they want me to come back and do my biggest hit. They were like, oh, happy day.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like, are you kidding me? As tired as we have sang every song on all of our albums we've done. They wanted to hear, oh, happy day. And it had to be like midnight. But they were worshiping. They never let it stop them. We started that concert at 8, and we were done. But they were like all after, and they stayed in the lobby with us. They wanted us to pray with them. They bought every CD that we had. It was amazing. That has to be because they were just so hungry and thirsty for the Word of God.
And you know that's something that I can say, and I've seen you many a times. Even though you have to rush and get on a plane and get on the train or whatever and go to the next city.
You remember, huh?
Yeah, you were like, look, but you still, after you finished the show, you still stood there and you signed autographs and you let people know that it was all about the people. It's all about the music. It's all about what God gives you. But it's all about the love of the people. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I can appreciate about you.
Absolutely.
And people respected you and said, okay, he's got to go. And then you, of course, went off to
jetted out.
Now, next projects. You're working on some good stuff.
Yes.
I already know. What is going to be what you feel is going to be the Earnest Pugh's next signature record?
It's the current record, which is entitled I Need You to Breathe. I never will forget the day that Lucius Hoskins brought me the record. And what I do is always put myself in the situation and try to relive how it was derived, what experience made him write it. And I was listening to it, and God put me like in this conversation with him to where I was expressing my dependence upon him for the very air that I breathe. The song is entitled I Need You to Breathe. But sometimes life can hit you so hard, and this is me going through this, it can hit you so hard till you can just feel like there's no life, there's no vision, there's no unction. You don't want to do anything else. And that's the main time where you go to the ultimate life support machine, which is Jesus Christ. And you say to him honestly, hands lifted, I need you to breathe. I can't make it. I can't take it. I don't want to sing another song. I don't want to preach another message because you're at the end of your rope. And he stands willing and ready to restore unto you the joy of your salvation and to really breathe upon you afresh and anew so that you can do what it is that you've been put in the earth to do. And that's what that song has been doing. I've been singing it, and it has literally taken over my set. Because I think the people, it's resonating because it's more than riffs, it's more than runs, it's more than a high range. It is a moment of transparency to where you say, I don't care about your degrees, your pedigree, I don't care what you've achieved and received in life. At this particular point, you have to understand that without God, you can't go any further. And so you're dead without it. And as a result of it, I believe that it's going to resurrect dead things that lie inside of people right now, their dreams, their visions, their aspirations. People need to learn how to trust again, how to love again. You can go back to school and get that degree. You can get married again. You can have a baby. I mean, all of these things will now wake up because God has breathed upon you afresh and anew with the Ruah, breath of God. And that's what this song is getting ready to do. It's blowing my mind.